Hello and welcome to another episode of King on Things. I'm your host Robert, and today we're going to be doing another viewer's request. The knife we're going to be unboxing is a Microtech Signature Series Feather Karambit fixed blade knife. The viewer's comment says, and this person's name is Kiku Kusanagi, they said, if you like Microtech products, I'd like to see you do a review of the Microtech Feather 215-10 APS. So without further ado, let's get into the unboxing. And was a follow-up comment on here, and we're going to get into that. But first, let's just work on the unboxing and go over the specs I have in front of me, and then we're actually going to take some measurements on this product. So here we have the label. It's, as you can see, Feather, single edge, Signature Series, Apocalyptic Standard, 215-10 APS. Got the exact model that Kiku wanted. And I like how that opens as opposed to the one with the fold on it. Different. This is interesting. This is a different piece of paperwork. Core fixed. Interesting. All right. And here we go. Pretty cool. Nice sheath too. I like that. All right. Let's take a look at this. All right. So, and there's a sheath. So you can see it's got kind of like the inside pocket clip instead of on your hip. And then check this out. So we have the, and I'm going to see, I do not believe it says on here, but I was told that this is M390. And I cannot see on there what type of metal. All it said was, I believe, did it say premium? I asked the person who sold this to me, was E-Knives, and they said that this was M390. So, that being said, I assume they're right because I can't find any other information about this other than it saying premium steel. So, that would be M390. Let's take a look at the measurements on this. So the overall length is 6.625 inches. The blade length is 2.25 inches. The cutting edge is the same, 2.25 inches. And the blade width is just half an inch. It is a hawkbill with a chisel blade grind. So if you check this out, it's a chisel. See how it's flat there? So it's more like a chisel. Edge is plain. Don't know if this comes in serrated, but this particular edge is plain. And the handle material, as you can see, it's just all one piece of metal, and it's the same steel M390. So pretty cool. And I believe it's an ambidextrous. You can move the clip to the other side if you want, so you can have carried on either side. And obviously this is pretty much ambidextrous, even though it's a chisel. You pretty much can carry it on either side. So this is made in the USA, and its best use, or what it's made for, is tactical use. So let's go into the actual measurements, because here's what Kiku's contention is. Let's see. She goes in, and it's a very long comment, so I'm going to just kind of summarize. Okay, so she's saying the overall length, some sites say that it's listed as 6.125, others say 7.25. So let's get an actual length of this, of the Karambit. Okay, so from the tip, so it looks like it's about, I'll go for 6.125. And that, I think I have it as 6.625. I think that's a more reasonable length. It's definitely not over 7 inches. She has 6.125, and I don't see it being that short. So it's more towards the 6.5 inch mark. She also says, are there two different versions? I don't know, because this model would be specific to this knife. I assume that if you're getting the 215-10 APS, this is the correct sizing on this knife. There wouldn't be a different size for the same model of knife. Let's see. Let's go into vendor sloppy and their measurements. That happens, but sometimes those are provided by manufacturers. So the blade length, some listed as 3, others as 1.82875, others as 2.5. I'm showing 2.25, but let's see for ourselves. Alrighty. Yeah, I'm seeing like 2.25 here. It's like 2.25. So to answer your question, 2.25. So not quite any of the measurements you gave me, Kiku, but right in there. She says, again, sloppy measurements on the same blade, or did Microtech really produce several? Like I said, I think it's just that's the one size, and perhaps they got their measurements differently, or like you said, they could have taken sloppy measurements, just been in a rush. The blade material, I confirmed that it was M390. I see in some of my records as premium steel, but I believe it is M390. The place where it normally would say M390, it doesn't say. So, and it says others listed as D2. I don't see Microtech using a whole lot of D2 anymore. I don't even know if they ever did. I'm sure they did at some point, but I don't have any knives from Microtech that use D2, and that would not be a premium steel to me. That's more of a mid-grade steel. Let's see, why are there so many different materials for the blade? And that happens, like you'll see 204 and M390 and such. Because they're comparable steels, you're usually not going to see like D2 and MagnaCut or some big disparity unless it's some type of a custom knife, right? And no, it doesn't. She asked, does it say anywhere on the product? Not on this knife. Not on the knife itself. It does not. Okay, and then the final thing she asked is the portion of the kydex blade covers about 20 to 25% of the finger ring. Does this in any way interfere with quick deployment of the blade? Okay, so let's take a look at that. That's a good question, actually, though, because if you're looking at spending a couple $100 on a knife, you want to make sure you get what you want. So you're correct. I would say that that's about just a little less than 25%. Now, my fingers aren't the biggest fingers, but I can get right in there and deploy. If you had big fingers, I would say definitely that would interfere with your deployment. But with my size finger, I think it would be just fine. Plus, if I was to, let's see, I'd probably typically use my index finger, pull out, and then grab like this. So if you're using your index finger, let's see, I'm going to try to get some kind of a measurement for folks out there. Okay, so we're looking at about 5/8 of an inch at its most restrictive point. It's least, I guess it's about 5/8 all around. So it's about 5/8 of an inch all the way around. So if you can measure your finger and say, hey, my fingers, fits right in there, that's good. I notice when I get my knuckle, second digit of my knuckle, now it presses. But if you can get your fingertip in there, pull, and then go over, once it's been pulled out, then you can get your knuckle over and do what you need to do, right? So anyhow, I like this. It's a pretty cool knife. Don't know if I'm going to be carrying it, but it is kind of neat to add to the collection. I do love Karambits. Karambits are nice knives, and I'm always happy to do a custom review for someone if they have any requests, reasonable requests. Like if you tell me, hey, I want to, you to check out a, $20,000 Marfione, I may not do that. Rather go put a down payment on a new car or something, Anyhow, if you guys would, please like, comment, and subscribe. Any questions or comments, please put them in the comment section. Any recommendations, requests for reviews, please put them in the comment section. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye.